I personally have witnessed her praying for people who die. And yes, I did. I talked to her about that. I tried to get onto her to try to show me scriptures where you were to pray for people to die. And she gave me the scripture that talked about giving over to a reprobate mind. And I told her that, where does that say anything about praying for people's deaths? So I got to share with you where she's at, too, now. It's been a whole 2 months of me planning really what I needed to do on this, because it was July and August. And I want to give a shout out to Daughter of Jerusalem, because you were right back a couple of months ago, concerned about me and everything like that. And I was afraid. I already knew that some problems were happening, but I didn't want to publicly speak until I figured things out. And it wasn't until I had this dream a couple of months ago, in the place I'm at now that I didn't even know about this place at that time frame. But there was a snake, and the person that got bitten by the snake was Laura. And then she turned into the snake, and she tried to strike me. And says, and these other snakes spoke to me and says, as long as I didn't move to block, they just wanted shade, that they wouldn't strike me. And then I was cleaning the snakes out later, which now I know what that means. I'm cleaning this stuff out. She said that I was supposed to move out of here. I decided to leave for a month to rethink what I needed to do. And she was trying to move, she packed my stuff to get me out of here. I had to go and talk to the guy that owns the place to lease, make sure that I'm on the lease and not her. So I live here, not Laura. This is not a prayer center for Laura's prayers, regardless of what she says. You know, a couple of months ago, or about a month in October, she got arrested of obstruction of a police officer and stuff, and she got in there and scared. And at the time, I really didn't know what the right thing to do, because I almost just really wanted to leave her there, but I was scared. Didn't feel like I could just leave someone there, so I bailed her out. The thing is that we've been having problems since August talking with her. She's very defiant. What she says on there, she's not. Other people can testify probably through her emails how mean she is to people. She really turned up the heat and got really mean with me, especially while I was gone. I finally told her I couldn't take it anymore in the beginning of this month, and I was leaving. I just wanted to see just tough love or whatever. In fact, and the thing is me and her were roommates, and she still was talking about like me and her being something together and everything like that. And no, we're not. And I'm not into her belief system. I do not believe that she is the Virgin Mary, or that she is Eve, or any of these things. In fact, she shared with me when I asked her a couple of months ago whether she believed or not, she was, well, I asked her if those that don't watch your videos and just laugh it off and just go on and don't watch your videos and believe who she is, what would happen to them, since she said that she was going to birth the Transfiguration and birth the two witnesses and birth Jesus here and all of this stuff like that. She said that that they wouldn't make it, that all of those that didn't wouldn't. I said, so you're saying that they had to believe in you? She's like, oh yes, like all Christians, we all have to believe in each other. I'm like, okay, so any of us can just believe. We don't believe in someone and what they're saying here, then we can't make it. So the teaching was completely off. She's very intelligent when it comes to the Bible and all of that stuff, and that's where she can fool you. She fooled me, and I was deceived. Now, I'm not saying it's her fault. I'm not saying anybody's fault. I take fully blame for myself and getting myself into it and going through all of this. I just have to come clean about it, because I don't want other people to get into it. But the thing is, she came against me, and I'll read just a couple of the emails in a minute. But I called up the person that was a bail bond, because if she was to leave the state, I would be, since I was the co-signer, would be responsible for it, and I'd be in trouble. And I had to make sure to get the lease thing fixed, and I told the bail that I wanted to revoke the bail bond. I revoked it. Took 2 weeks for them to come. I came in here today after being gone for a month, came back, and had to get a deputy with us, and got her arrested and put back in jail. She can't get out unless anything else to happen, which I know what could happen with that, but otherwise she could be there for a little bit. And I think that's probably good for her. I don't really want to believe in this system. I really don't. I don't believe in that. But she's very harmful, and she can harm others. the way her emails were, the others, just to give you a thing on a little bit on the emails, and just to show you how much emails I got just recently in the past month. Let me show you. These are all, you see Laura. These are all emails. Look how many I'm just getting on November the 14th, 13th. All of these. Now, she wouldn't let me read she wouldn't read my emails, even though I warned her what I was going to do. But I'm going to read something to you just to see how mean she turns, so that way you can, if you don't believe me and how she believes she is, then I'll show it to you just so you can see the title of it. It says right here, "One more thing, and take this from an apostle who is higher in rank than a prophet. When I tell you I had a dream, so and so." Alright, so I don't want to read the whole thing, but just to read it, I'm just giving proof. "One more thing, and take this from an apostle who is higher in rank than a prophet." So she says this. She shares with me and say, if you don't submit, that is healthy dynamic, and if you don't submit to it, it's because of that python spirit and critical spirit and the spirit of lust. That's what she said I had. "It's your flesh rising up, and look how your flesh rose up at me and those spirits. That was not the Holy Spirit rising up in you against me. It was not. It was wrong of you, like if you had come to your senses." She says, "But what you have said and done is not the Spirit of God. Rather, it is your flesh, the python spirit, the critical spirit, the spirit of lust, all of which are interrelated in your ruling spirit stronghold. So sincerely, Sean, please do not tell me I have to listen to you. No, you will listen to me, speak in the Spirit of God. I'm not only a woman, I am an apostle, and you need to listen to a woman in a relationship, and you do well to listen to an apostle. God bless you." So that's what she wrote to me. Just on that, I got numerous of things that she's read like this. Just how she wanted me to get out. She's threatened death over me. She's threatened sickness and illness would come back over me because I wasn't doing what she said. She's just done a really, just really stuff on here. And then still saying that me and her are involved, and I'm not involved with her, and I would not get involved with her. She even said this was some relative, a friend of her on YouTube that was asking about what we are. She says, "Someone asked me a question on YouTube. I told them that I won't answer questions about me and you. I did say, however, that I will not have another relationship with a man with a YouTube channel. If I meet him and he has a channel, then he has to just end all contact with people from YouTube, so that it's not a YouTube community relationship. It's absolutely too strange, and I am not going to answer to any man about my YouTube channel or my ministry, Sean. I answer to Jesus Christ. A man who thinks that my ministry is a reflection in him has to get a life of his own and disentangle himself from over-involvement in my business. Hear that? God bless." So not to try to be so much dramatic about all of that, but again, I'm just going through that. What I had early this month, I wanted to take a break. I gave her $200. This woman has cost me, I told her she owed me only $5,000, but I've spent so much, my whole savings is gone. Everything that I've had is emptied through her. And she will do that to any person that gets involved with her. She's dangerous. She's very believable in this stuff if you're naive like me, because I am naive, and I just didn't have a reason with it. She's dangerous. I had one of the ones and all of them that I said that I didn't believe in stuff. This is the most dangerous person I have ever dealt with before, and I got suckered into it, but it's my own doing, so I don't put a blame on it. I'm not trying to make excuses. I have to pay the price myself on what I've done, so I'm paying for it. And that's all I can do. All I can say is I apologize and I'm sorry. I left the first week of November to leave her by herself here with $200 that she could call a taxi to go. I had it stocked with food. She had food to go to. She had Google Voice she could use, but she said she didn't have a phone. She expected me to buy her a bicycle. expecting me to do all these other things for her, and said that I'm supposed to be able to take care of her, and said that I'm supposed to agree with her with everything, even when she's wrong. And she won't ever admit that she's wrong. She never apologizes for anything and says she's not perfect, and she's justified by screaming and yelling and hollering at people. She is in delusion. She says she's the apostle of Revelations 12. No, she's not. She says that she is Eve, which she probably didn't say on a tape. No, she's not. She says that she is Mary. No, she's not. She said that I was John and Joseph. No, I'm not. She says a lot of things. Any videos that I've had involvement in the past, I'm going to remove all of those things that have to do with her. And I am sorry to get people involved with her, that supported her, and everything. I'll come back and do videos later. I'm going to get rest, but I wanted to give an update to people. God bless.